Hey guys, you want to see a movie set in the post-apocalypse cult film that apparently takes place in the year 2019?
Guys, we survived.
Hey, we did it.
We did it. Yeah. Yeah, we've got some nice scotch to go with it, too.
Be careful where you flesh your wallet.
Next time, be more careful when you show your wallet.
Different movie. Yeah, sure.
If you do, Cyborg is for you.
Cyborg is the movie, the canon movie that we are watching for this episode. This was picked by Christopher.
Yes. Yep.
Christopher's better at picking movies than Brandan.
Yep.
No, it's just my feelings. That's
Last
fine.
week's episode to figure out why.
Yes. Good. My name's Brian Lee. To my left, who has a very gleeful face.
Bran. That's me.
To my right is
Chris Frilly.
Just try it.
I will. Well, so okay. Brand, what did you pick up from the liquor store?
Oh, yeah.
So, because we're doing the whiskey, scotch, bourbon, whatever, this month, I got a Highland single malt scotch whiskey, Glengoyne, unhurried since 1833. Right? Oh. Yes.
Oh, sorry, that's Irish.
Oh. It's
the Buggy Dude.
Yeah, Conor McGregor's walkout song.
It's fine.
You thought Sinead O'Connor was
well,
here.
I mean, honestly, like
or the Chieftains.
I really don't think Scottish people and Irish people really get upset when you. Yeah, they really. I don't think so.
What Scotland is? There's too many Scots.
Yes.
Trouble with Scotland is that it's full of Scots.
Glengoyne. Unhurried since 1833.
It's good. It's Glen of the Wild Geese.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see that. That's what it means. Yeah, it's fancy.
Is that what that means?
I'm
there
assuming.
Are 2 geese on there.
Yeah, I'm
That's what
assuming
it
I
says.
saw the Glen and I saw the gooses. So
Glenn Goose.
It's good for the gander.
Hey, Brian. What do you think about Cyborg? Do you recommend it? From 1989, starring Jean-Claude Van Damme.
yeah, I do recommend it. You know, there are a few points where it drags a bit, but overall, yeah, I recommend it.
We're going to kick that bastard bison's ass so hard.
And I'm going to kick that son of a bitch bison's ass so hard.
Street Fighter, different movie.
I'm really torn. I'm actually on the fence.
Yeah.
Because the beginning half, I feel like we can get into it. The beginning half, meh, but then the end, I'm more like,
Yeah, I can see that definitely.
Christopher.
It's really hard for me to say. Just because I watched this after Hell Squad and everything seems so much better than Hell Squad.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. Yes.
Yeah.
I thought I had seen every Jean-Claude Van Damme film.
I definitely haven't seen
But
this.
I've not seen this.
Yeah, I haven't seen this because
So it's
I
nice
the same.
to-
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, exactly. The graphics are
There's something.
Are we talking about the opening credits or the Cyborg graphics?
the opening credits.
Yeah.
First.
It's because there's the one scene where they show the Cyborg without her hair.
Right.
But it's like,
Oh, yeah, it's super weird.
yeah.
Oh, wow, I know I was watching the movie. That was weird. And then also the eye graphics, like when she's scanning
Right.
stuff.
oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, I was thinking for a movie called Cyborg and it didn't look like it's a big budget. The graphics for the time weren't horrible. Mostly the cyborg part.
I'm actually going to skip ahead.
Wait a second. When did Terminator 2 come out?
91,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
93, 91. We're on there.
Yeah. I just know the first Terminator was in the 80s. Second
80s,
Terminator was in the 90s.
Yeah.
This movie was made for $500,000. 500,000.
So,
What do you think it did in the box office?
give it 14 million. 100
I was
million.
going to say 5 million.
250 million.
The gross capital of Abu Dhabi. I mean,
yeah.
10 million, which is still very good.
Yeah.
Fucking
I said 14 first.
Buffett over here.
I mean, never go on the Price is Right with you.
1 cent. $2 million.
It's a blender.
3 million.
And Brand, how much for? I don't know why it's Bob Barker. Yeah. How much for the bicycle? 11D50. Oh God.
For the blender, 2 million. It has 10 speeds. It's 5 million.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to start getting into the movie. Are you?
No, I was too.
Okay. It was, so at first I'm just like, I don't think I'm going to like this. Because that one guy, I like the dead. I like how the world is. I like blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, they do that back to back.
Yeah.
Super close in the beginning.
Yeah, because there's a plague. It wiped out a ton of humanity. There's really no one left, and there's a group of doctors left in Atlanta.
Which, well, except for the Atlanta part, kind of relevant to our times right now.
Exactly. Yeah. And
because that Coney virus is going around right now.
Yeah, they're good.
Coney 2012.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
That's what they should call this virus. Is the Coney 2012 virus. The beginning, the whole I like the dead. That was kind of They kind of threw, but then I'm glad they didn't keep saying it. It was just like the couple times in the beginning, and then he didn't. But you could tell that's all he liked. But he didn't say it anymore. Those sound effects.
Yeah, and going with the sound.
Yeah.
It seems like almost the villain Fender. It almost seems like all of his dialogue was ADR'd.
I was gonna ask.
Yeah.
And like in the trivia, it doesn't say anything about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm like, okay, either this guy has like some sort of like form of gigantism.
Yeah.
Or he talks like this.
Yeah.
Andre the Giant.
Yeah, exactly.
Something's going on there.
Yeah, it was weird.
I think it was overdubbed.
And his eyes freaked me out with the contacts.
Oh my God! Don't get me started.
Contacts are natural.
They were contact lenses.
They were?
Yeah.
Okay.
But like, how many times does he have to like take off his sunglasses?
Yeah.
Like, okay, we get it. Your eyes are blue. You're black. Oh, crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Well, that also meant that he was wearing sunglasses at night multiple times.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
come on.
Yeah. Oh, and so it's funny that they talked about how like this happened, like the gang, like the plague, but now the gangs are in charge and everything.
Yeah.
And I made a stupid. Well, I thought it was hilarious at the time. This reference. I'm looking at it now, and it's not.
Go ahead.
It was basically just like if this was set in Exterminator 2 at times, the flamethrower guy would have really had a good time killing everybody. Yeah.
Fixing up the place.
Yeah. That's a good Dangerfield you got there. That's a good Dangerfield.
I hit my wife with a car. She's like, why'd you hit me with a car? I didn't have enough gas to go around you.
Yeah, see? No respect. Yeah.
Why don't you rescue her?
Yeah, there was a lot of...
I feel like almost everyone had a slightly different accent.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. There's some people that were like straight Southern.
There was
What's the daughter? That one.
The pirates killed my paw.
Yeah.
I was like,
her accent was super weird.
Yeah.
And I feel like she had a Botox job that didn't go well. Her upper lip was like, it looked like a bee stung her.
I just think that's how she... Yeah, I really know. I think, yeah. You look just like her. You're so precious. You're precious. So that the cyborg lady, when she just kind of...
What lady?
The cyborg lady?
Yes.
When she's like standing there, I'm like, she's dumb. Like, this lady's stupid. Why isn't she like trying to do something? And then all of a sudden you find out she's a robot. And I'm like, oh, no wonder. A robot.
How do you feel about the one girl that's on the journey with him for most of the movie? I don't remember her name.
I mean, her lip bothered me, but other than that,
You don't really like the big upper lip there.
like I said,
Stiff upper lip.
Stiff upper lip.
no, like I said, it just looked like she had like a bee sting or something. I was more concerned than anything. But acting wise,
Someone get this girl penicillin.
We should find where they are now. Like, hey, we just watched this movie. We want to make sure you're all right.
Stupid VH1 show. Where are they now?
Yes.
Where are they now?
Yes. I used to love, was that Pop-Up
Pop-Up
Video?
Video?
Oh, yeah. I used to just, I love when they had the 8-hour whatever. And I would just, they have like,
just like the marathon.
Yeah, the marathons. I was just,
right.
in college, I just lay back, watch VH1 all day.
Britney Spears didn't want to do this shot because she's allergic to bees.
Yeah.
She got stung.
Yeah, she died. It's a clone now.
Isn't she lucky?
So was he just dirty the whole time?
No, he was wet the whole time, dude.
But why was his face so dark?
I think he's.
Was it tan?
I think he's a tan fella.
Yeah, I think he's always tan.
But it looked,
but also very wet.
There was like shadow on his like face.
I
and
mean, it
stuff.
is the post-apocalyptic.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I guess.
Yeah, he's
It's also-
always wet.
It's also very refreshing to see because nowadays in a post-apocalyptic movie, everything's like super desaturated and like the color grading is like super
right,
crazy.
yeah.
So it's weird seeing a post-apocalyptic movie with like normal colors.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
Colors.
That knife sharpening sequence, that was not his knife sharpening sequence.
Yeah, so
The one on the boat where it was all those guys inside the boat. Remember when Bender, I'm calling him Bender because that's what it sounded like.
Yeah.
He's going down on the boat and it cuts to like inside and there's those.
Aren't they all sharpening their knives?
for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And I was like,
in that scene is just after the scene where he sharpens his knife.
yes, exactly.
Also, a little too many flashbacks for my liking.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
very distracting.
Yeah,
I
it
kind of
was,
got lost.
And they even show the one flashback twice.
Yes.
They were
Yes.
doing that bits. I think they were trying to be like he's whatever was happening in his life at that time was triggering
Yeah.
those.
Yeah.
So I to me, I'm like, okay, I don't really like this too much, but I understand what they're trying to do. So that kind of helped me with it. I do like though that they saved the payoff at the end of under like what really happened to the family because you I mean that the older woman and the little boy end up dying
In a well.
in the well.
Yes.
And then you
Haley.
Haley, that girl. Yeah, I figured. All right, I was like, I think she's that blonde chick.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I'll wait. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
I don't want to assume.
I had the
Right.
same thought. It's like, okay, is that actually the girl, or
Yeah.
did that woman just like steal the necklace? Or
Right,
something?
yeah. So, but I'm like, okay, that wasn't bad. It wasn't a surprise, but it was like, oh, that's neat. It was like one
Yeah.
of those.
Yep.
So yeah, all like the whole like the flashbacky part, the learning about that she's really Haley and everything. I was fine with it. It really didn't bug me. So I enjoyed that. And I thought it was brutal that they were wrapped in barbed wire.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then
the-
she was holding the barbie.
She's
Yeah.
holding.
right,
She's
right.
what?
I agree.
8 years old.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Holding
No,
up,
teacher.
holding up what? Jean-Claude, that girl.
Three people.
Three people. And then you just see, and then they cut to the wire, and you just see blood
Yeah.
covering the wire the whole
yeah,
way.
that was-
It
that
was
was
like
pretty
I was
metal.
like, that's awesome.
Bro, the music in this movie is terrible.
Oh yeah, the music. Yeah,
It's like
it
King's
wasn't.
Quest 5.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. The part where they're in the sewers getting chased.
Yeah.
And so the only part I liked out of that, because it was just, screaming got annoying when the one barbarian dude is walking through and then you see Jean-Claude doing the splits.
Yes.
I was like, sold. I am sold. That was the
Yeah, because it kept on cutting back between like the barbarian dude, Jean-Claude.
Yes.
Barbarian.
Yeah.
I was like
Like,
but that's
we're-
it was like editing. It was cutting back and forth so much. I was like, I don't know who's following who,
Right,
and
yeah.
what's going on. And then there's that wide shot of him doing the splits above him. I was like,
Yeah, that was awesome. Exactly. Because you're thinking, oh, maybe he's hiding here. Maybe that person's here. And you just have
Right.
no idea. That got me. That was really great.
Hey, how about that Royd chick when they were fighting in the so they're fighting in like that
Yes.
flooded field, and that girl. Like so, there's the
whose
one
hand comes off very easily.
yeah, because there's the sidekick girl. And like they're fighting in these flooded fields. There's that girl is on all the fucking testosterone.
she's big.
It's like,
Yeah.
yeah. Like, oh.
It doesn't, it doesn't
think
help that she
I-
keeps screaming.
Yeah.
And I think she had like a rage moment. And she probably was like, I'm like, forgot she was in a movie. And she just went to, it was crazy. They made his sidekick seem really weak, but every time a fight sequence came up,
Right.
she had like held her own.
Yeah.
Like almost every time.
Sidekick. Van Damme or
Van
Fender.
Damme's.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
agreed.
So she did pretty good until the end, but so many roundhouse kicks.
That's what he does.
I know.
Yeah.
I forgot.
That was his intro into this
forgot.
movie. It's just his foot kicking someone.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right.
Greatest intro.
But it's just like you would think. So if you're going against Jean-Claude
the
Van
knife on his the tongue, that was great.
Very Roadhouse.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or James Bond.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Not Dr. No. One of the Sean Connery ones. One of the female villains has a knife that comes out of her shoe.
That's neat.
Okay. So if there was a 3-way battle between
Van Damme wins.
Okay.
Because in the Bond movie, it's an old lady. So Van Damme.
Really?
Yeah.
Your superpower is this boot and your musky smell. It's the guy from Roadhouse, the girl from Bond, and then Van Damme. So I guess Van Damme.
Yeah, Van Damme wins that.
But but it's just like, okay, if you're in a fight against Jean-Claude Van Damme or fucking Walker Texas Ranger, stay away from his feet. He's gonna kick you.
Yeah, big time. Yeah, I liked how they did where Van Damme is trying to kick Fender. Yeah, Fender. I keep thinking of the robot. You know?
Bite my shiny metal ass.
He's super tired the first time he's trying to kick him, so the kicks aren't really having any effect.
Yeah.
You're just thinking like, oh, he's just tired. But then he goes to fight him again, like at the end, and he goes and none of his kicks really don't do anything again. Remember, he kept getting blocked. So he's like, kicks aren't working. Then he starts going to his punches, and that's when. So I like how they kind of showed his kicks weren't doing anything at first. So you're like, oh, don't worry, you'll get it with your kicks when you've got the energy, and they still didn't work. And I was like, that's good. Like that's getting the viewers' hopes up that the kicks are going to work, and they're not still. And that's good writing. That's good.
Speaking of kicks,
Van Damming.
So when Jean-Claude Van Damme gets captured and he's essentially crucified against that ship's mast.
That's a straight up crucifixion.
The way he gets out of it is by kicking.
Yeah.
So did he actually get down by kicking? Or did what's her face cut him down?
No, he kicked himself out.
Okay.
Yeah.
He kicked himself out of a jam.
Exactly.
And then after he's down, the girl's like, I told you need me.
Yeah.
And then just like cut the ropes. It's like, well,
Exactly.
he was probably going to figure he'd probably kick himself out of the ropes.
Exactly. Damn it.
I just kicked, I kicked the ropes and I cut them.
I just love how he only had like, it would be one line and that's it. Like this, I think this might have been one of his first English.
I thought he was
speaking.
I thought he was the cyborg.
Yeah, he would just say one line, and then the next person would have 15 lines, and then they'd be like, "What do you think?" And he's like, "I agree," and then that's it.
You're very good with them. I like them.
That's right.
So like the whole kind of beginning or the first like half of this movie, I really wasn't into too much. I felt like there wasn't any stakes really.
Give the ideal gift from Omaha Steaks.
When they finally get into Atlanta and they're in the city and it's like raining, and like there's that like final fight. That's when I'm kind of into it.
Yep. Agreed.
So I forget I think like the two chicks I forget who's fighting, but like someone gets kicked out of a car that's been there for a while and the car just explodes instantly.
That's right. Yeah, because Van Damme was fighting him. And the guy had a big trench coat on.
Yeah.
And Van Damme kicked him into like some fire that was just on the wall.
Right.
The guy, his trench coat gets caught on fire. Van Damme like either kicks him into a car.
Like that.
Yeah.
And once he touches the car, just touches
instantly.
Boom. Yeah. And then, but I was neat that Van Damme kind of get blown away by that too.
Right.
So I was like, at least they did that. They didn't just make it like.
And then when they kind of they bring it to this like this moment to where it's the final fight between big tall guy and Van Damme. First off, they stare at each other for almost a solid minute.
Yeah, that was long.
They're literally just staring at each other.
And two shirtless dudes just staring at each other in the rain.
So romantic. So they're fighting, and then like there's the one part where he like gets like tossed into like inside this car. Yeah. And the guy just starts bashing his head with the car door. And then fucking the one girl, Haley, she's like, stop it! Stop it!
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
What's wrong with you, Haley?
And then I like that his friend, his sidekick, was able to take out that one chick.
Yes.
In the bar area with her fight. And of course, the sidekick's gotta always die. It's the 80s. You know, while he's in the car, she tries to sneak up behind Fender and stab him. And Fender's like, I don't know. I got you. Which I thought it looked like when he stabbed her that it got her like in the side. Like not like in the side, but like, you know, just like a flesh wound.
A vital organ.
Yeah. But my thought was like, oh, cool, she's gonna live. It looks like it's just a flesh wound.
All organs vital if you really think about it.
Well, you have
what do you have to
your appendix, you know. Kidneys, you
Gallbladder.
really only need one, but two's good. Gallbladder. I think there's a few more you don't need.
So in 5th grade, Luke, who you know, he had like a pen in his mouth.
I remember that.
And the pen like exploded. No, it's not gonna be as bad.
okay.
As
Yeah, it's not bad.
the pen like exploded in his mouth. So
Was he just chewing on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So then like an ambulance came and like they carted him away, and I was talking.
Why?
I don't know.
Because they
I don't
thought
know.
he ingested the ink?
Maybe.
Okay.
So I was talking to my mom on the phone, and I'm like, yeah, Luke got, taken away in an ambulance. She's like, oh my God, what happened? I'm like, his pen exploded. And my mom thought I said his appendix exploded in his mouth.
That's pretty great.
She's like, what?
That's pretty great. Which my grandpa's appendix exploded.
Oh, really?
He had cancer of the appendix.
Ooh.
Like, it's super rare, I guess. And it exploded on him, and they ended up taking it out, and the ice cream scooped the whole thing out, and he was fine afterwards. But isn't that crazy?
When Homer makes Grandpa hold from going to the bathroom, what explodes? Is it his appendix?
Oh, dear God. This man's kidneys have exploded, which would explain those loud pops you heard.
So, you're saying I don't need a new muffler?
That last fight scene has so much yelling.
Yes. Yep.
So much yelling.
Just looking at that note.
So, okay, the scene where... Okay, so they're in Atlanta, and... It's
Every time you open it, Sinead O'Connor.
Yeah, Van Damme and his sidekick are on like a like something high. Just, they're on like some wood or whatever. And so I don't know. It's like a shot behind them. Did you guys see in the lower left? There's just some dude like in a clean white shirt, like kind of like fixing something.
No.
You didn't see that?
No. I didn't understand that scene because he shoots the arrow, it lands at his feet, and then he just throws down the bow.
Right, yeah.
I'm just like, okay. Like,
And where did he find the bow?
right. And like, why doesn't he have more arrows? Why didn't he aim for the guy's like chest?
Exactly. Which that
I'm very
dude,
bad at archery.
That dude took a knife to the chest and was like, "There's nothing."
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh God, this guy is crazy, a scary man." I didn't. Yeah.
When they're fighting at the very end, and he kind of gets backed up onto the hook. I like how so he's still yelling. He's like,
Yeah.
And then when he yells and dies, it sounds like he's powering down. Yeah. It's like,
That's right. That's right.
Sleep mode activated.
Before that, though, because that's the thing. So they're fighting in the rain, and Fender gets stabbed.
Yes.
And you think like he's dead because he like falls back.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
But that's like, so that whole stab sequence, like I'll put some like freeze frames in the episode,
right.
But like that stabbing is very homoerotic because it's like shot from the waist up. They're both shirtless and both very close to each other.
Yes.
I was like, oh, if someone walked in right now, this would look very strange.
Romantic.
But then
I just stabbed him.
I'm going to penetrate you many times. Yeah, I want to feel that hard steel. We should go out to dinner sometime.
It's like the most said throughout the whole movie.
I think we should see other people. That's what set him
That's when he
off.
comes back to life.
Exactly, and the way he comes back to life, his head's just like,
Yeah. But then, so he comes back to life, yells again. They fight again. And then, he powers down.
Yeah. So he brings the cyborg back to whatever the doctors and everything.
In Atlanta.
And it's kind of hokey because the guy's like, why don't you come like stay with us? You know, you and that chick.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, we go. And okay. And then
we go.
Yeah. Well, him and Haley just do whatever. But then she's like, I think the real cure is him.
Yes.
Or something like that. And I was just like,
it's like you
you
telling
almost
me
ruined it for
the
me.
cure for this worldwide epidemic is Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Right.
Okay, right.
Yeah. So, but yeah, then the doors close and
you know what? Maybe that's what we're missing with Coney. You know what? Just Jean-Claude Van Damme needs to just fly around.
You know, he's on Conan
He's
a
gonna
bunch.
Cure everything.
I was staying at my aunt and uncle's, and we went to Blockbuster.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Time Cop?
Rented Time
Yes,
Cop.
I remember this.
And there's the scene like where he's like, you see his ass.
Yes.
And my aunt's like, oh, this is inappropriate. I'm like, it's PG-13. She's like, no, it's not.
Yeah, 'cause that's when he did the splits in the corner of the kitchen, right?
Yes,
probably
in every fucking movie.
Yeah. But a little bit of trivia for Cyborg. Actually, a lot of trivia.
Oh, wow. Excuse me.
Jean-Claude Van Damme accidentally wounded one of the henchmen's eye during a sword fight scene, permanently blinding him in the eye.
Oh,
wow.
That henchman took Van Damme to court, and he won.
He took Van Damme to court?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's America, bro.
It's true. Well, I mean, the guy's probably dead now. And look at Van Damme. He's a star.
He's fine.
Yeah,
exactly.
Doing splits on Volvos.
Yeah.
I didn't realize this, but this was the last theatrical release for Canon Films before they went bankrupt.
Wow.
So 1989.
Wow.
Oh, this whole thing. Okay. So I'm just going to combine a whole bunch of these.
Okay.
So this movie was originally X-rated.
Huh, really?
Because of violence, not nudity.
Oh.
We do see boobs.
Yes.
Do we see boobs?
Yeah.
That's right.
Very randomly.
Yeah.
When they're like, oh, there's a beach. Ah, let's get it down.
Totally
shuts her down.
Yeah, she takes it down. Yeah. And he's like, no.
Cover yourself up.
Yeah.
Or
you're a slut.
Yeah, so I guess it was supposed to be like super violent.
damn.
It's too bad. That would have been great.
So yeah, there's a lot to go over. So basically, it used to be.
He's doing taxes.
Yeah, exactly. Where's my W-2?
Are you a reggae rapper?
That's how they do their taxes.
W-2 is everywhere.
I was thinking old adding machine.
Yeah, no, that's right. It's either or.
You put on your 10 visor right
The
now.
last time I remember that was from, I think it was,
I mean, when you get
Luke
your
was talking with Kirstie Alley. They had one of those machines in it. Yep.
or when you get your taxes done by Sean Paul. I mean, whatever.
Oh yeah.
Give me the time. Sorry.
So
go
yeah,
ahead.
originally X-rated, and I guess they test screened it, and it went terribly. Everyone hated the movie. So Globus were like, "Oh shit! Like people don't like this," so they weren't sure what to do. So Jean-Claude Van Damme was like, "Give me the movie for 2 months. I'll re-edit it, and then we'll release that." So that's what they did. And I guess Van Damme also did that with Bloodsport, and
It's good.
I think Hard Target. I think he did that with too.
Van Damme did?
Yeah.
It's
And
good.
basically what he did was he made the fight scenes more exciting, and he basically like cut down on the story basically.
Wow. Dude, that gives me like a whole new respect for Jean-Claude Van Damme, actually.
There's no weird edits. You know, I don't really.
Some of the fight scenes are a little wonky, but overall not bad.
Compared to what we've seen, where they could just like cuts,
Yeah,
you know,
very
randomly.
Look at Hell Squad, for Christ's
Well, I mean,
sake.
there were so many just like random appearances and random stops in that movie. Yeah, no, this was.
But also even more interesting is that in 2014, I guess the director, who was this? I forgot who directed this. Albert Pune. I guess he found the original edit, like somehow, and he released it. And the only way you can get it is if you email him, and he sends it to you.
do we have his email address?
No, like it's on his website. Like email me for the. We watched the theatrical release.
Yeah,
but you can see that X-rated director's cut.
We should reach out and be like, hey, we do a podcast.
Yeah.
Can we? That would be.
So, that end, if viewers are interested, I guess it was also released in Germany. And basically, if you search for what do they call everyone? Slingers in this movie?
Slingers,
yeah.
I guess it's called like Slingers Cyborg Recut. And that's how you can find it. Because I guess in Germany or in Europe, they did release it on DVD or Blu-ray or whatever.
Interesting.
Yeah, we gotta look at that. That's really cool.
That is pretty neat.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Also of note, all the characters are named after musical instruments. So there's Fender.
Bass drum.
Xylophone.
The cyborg is named Pearl.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Fender. Oh, Jean-Claude Van Damme is Gibson Rickenbacker.
Oh, that's a little.
Yeah, it's a little
on the nose.
The director's cut that I mentioned previously.
I don't know why it's really got me to.
Gibson Rickenbacker.
It's probably realistic.
Yeah,
it's like when a cop is going undercover at a high school.
Exactly.
Hey, teens, it's me, Gibson Rickenbacker.
So are you guys injecting those drugs lately?
It's my friend Piano Steinway.
So the director's cut has a extended ending. Basically same thing. Gibson and Haley return Pearl. Fucking ridiculous. They return the cyborg to like that scientist or whatever in Atlanta. And then it cuts to a caption that says 9 months later. And then this is so ridiculous. In an electrical storm, a sphere flashes and an unknown naked female cyborg appears. It ends, and then a caption says, next, Cyborg Nemesis, the Dark Rift. Oh.
So it's weird because it's very Terminator sounding.
It sounds like a ripoff of Terminator.
Yeah.
Unrelated. Cyborg 2 came out in 1993, starred Angelina Jolie.
Ew.
Did not do well.
Ugh. Yeah, how about that drink? Okay. Brand?
Yeah, I still recommend Cyborg. I do. It's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brian, do you recommend Cyborg from 1989?
I think I'm going to pass.
Oh.
It's all right, but I think I'm going to pass.
Yeah, it was a good movie. Like I
Yeah.
said, there's a lot of parts that kind of dragged a bit, but overall.
Yeah, this movie's a solid B-.
Yeah, exactly. It's barely above
Like
average.
a C for me.
It's barely
there you
above
go.
average for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I recommend it still though, yeah.
Brand, how'd you feel about this whiskey? Glen Goose.
I really enjoyed it. It was really good. I would say though, no ice.
Oh, really?
I wouldn't do it with ice. Because when you have it just neat, there's some sweetness to it.
Oh, interesting.
The ice kills the sweetness. It's totally it waters it down too much. But yeah, it really takes a lot of the flavor away from it.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, if you don't want that little bit of that soft bite it has, then I mean, add maybe a little bit of water or something. But yeah, I would just have it neat.
Brian, how do you feel about Glengoyne?
Solid.
Yeah,
Good scotch.
yeah, I like it.
I agree.
Excuse me.
Christopher?
Yeah.
And scotch.
Scotch was good. I'd recommend it. Price ballpark figure. What was it?
When I bought this, it came in that set with a nice
Oh, that's right. Came with glass.
Yeah, so I think
Which he's been advertising this whole time.
yeah. I think it might have been a sale, but I'm not sure. But $35.
Wow, really?
Yeah, 35
That's
for
not
this.
bad at all.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really good.
I think that's everything. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Boom, boom.
Boom. Thanks for checking out this week's episode. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And most importantly, tell a friend.